This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 253. If you're a man, you're probably going to ruin your life because of your ego. If you're a woman, because of your self-esteem or lack thereof. I'm a woman, so I'm just going to speak from a woman's perspective about women. I don't even work with men anymore. I don't coach men anymore because I don't know how to coach men. I'm not a man. I'm a woman. That's why I work with women now. And every single client, every friend, every person, every coworker, every employee, every person I've met that has confided in me, that I've tried to help, that has helped me, that has been a part of my healing journey. Every single woman that is struggling with food addiction, with weight issues, with financial issues, with, relationship issues, with family issues, with everything. It's all because she doesn't know her worth. And you're like, wait, how is having a food addiction related to my worth? Because you don't believe you're worthy of taking really good care of yourself. See, when you have a food addiction, you're using it to cope with life and using it to not feel. You're using it to maybe feel full because you need love. We all need love. We need companionship. We need support. We need encouragement. We need friends. We need other people. And it's hard for us to get what we need from other people. And to try and fulfill that, sometimes we eat a lot to try and fill it up. Sometimes we eat to not feel. Sometimes we eat because we're bored. Sometimes we eat when we're happy. Sometimes we eat when we're sad. Sometimes we eat instead of going to sleep. Sometimes we eat instead of, drinking coffee or doing drugs or smoking weed or smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol. Sometimes we're just eating for many different reasons. But the core reason, at the very core of all the reasons, is that we don't know our worth. Because at the end of the day, if you had a loved one that was really, really tired of overeating, that really wanted to lose weight, that really wanted to stop eating something, what would you do if you loved them? You wouldn't feed them that. You would make them healthy food. You'd buy them fruit and vegetables. You'd make them smoothies. You'd buy them a blender. You'd buy a recipe book. You'd find recipes that were healthy, that they loved. You'd take care of them. You'd make them a big salad with a really good dressing. You'd make them something really delicious that tastes good and is healthy so they could feel good. But why can't you do it for yourself? And at the core of it, it's because you don't feel worthy and deserving of love. Your own love, a man's love, a woman's love, any love, God's love. How are we going to start to feel worthy? It's ruining our life. It's ruining our health, our body, our career. It's ruining our relationship. It's ruining everything. How are we going to feel worthy when we were told as a kid that we weren't? Maybe not by words, but by the actions. Our parents didn't care about us. Our family didn't care about us. Our friends didn't care about us. Nobody cared about us. Why should I care about me? If they don't care about me, then I'm not worthy. If my father doesn't even care if I'm alive or dead, I guess I'm not worth anything. And I'm saying it out loud so that you can hear how it sounds. Because I don't know your story. I don't know what you've been through. I know you've been through a lot. And you've been through stuff that nobody knows. But what I do know is that we're all the same. And we're all coming from a place of not feeling good enough. The only way to reverse this is to feel good enough. And how do we do it? Well, there's a new technique that I've been using. I try out a lot of things on myself. The thing is, everything works. You just got to stay consistent. Everything works. Saying affirmations work. You got to stay consistent. Yoga works. You got to stay consistent. Journaling works. You got to stay consistent. Going to therapy works. You got to stay consistent. Doing this podcast works. I got to stay consistent. This podcast is so amazing for me because it gives me something to do instead of binging on food. I get to release some things that I'm feeling. Unfortunately, I feel like I cannot talk about the things that are really, really, really bothering me because I have friends that listen to this and I don't want to let them down. I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want to cause any problems. I don't want to involve other people. And, this is what a lot of people go through. I never really knew how fake the internet was until I started working on the internet. And, it's so fucking fake. It's like me, I try to be as authentic as possible, but it's literally not possible because, I'm going through something right now and I can't talk about it. It's not anything to do with my health. It's not anything to do with my diet. It's not anything to do with my body. But I'm going through stuff and I can't talk about it because people are listening to this. And I don't want them to get upset that I'm talking about their business. I don't want, to upset anyone, a close friend. And it's like, how can I possibly be authentic without hurting other people's feelings and upsetting them? Well, I can't. I can't talk about everything. So, yeah, it's amazing how we don't even know what people are going through. Even the people that seem authentic, we don't even know what the fuck they're going through. And you know what? Isn't that a metaphor for life? We don't even know what the fuck our coworkers or our friends or our spouse are going through. Truly, you can live with somebody for 20 fucking years and still not fully know them. You'll never fully know a person, ever, ever. My mom didn't know half the shit about me that I wanted to tell her one day. But now it's too late. Anyway, I thank you very much for listening. And I'm just going to end this with the new technique that I've been doing, which you might want to try. I might have told you already because I've been doing it for a few weeks now. But one thing that Teal Swan recommended, because she also didn't know her worth and she had, I think, bulimia or anorexia. And she was trying to heal and she was trying to stop cutting herself. And she was trying to figure out like how she could feel worthy and how she could feel good enough and good enough to feel like worth taking care of. Because at the end of the day, you're hurting yourself because you don't believe you should be taken care of. And it's like, well, who told you that? Why do you believe that? Okay, me, yeah, definitely because my father left before he even met me. So it's like, and apparently he did meet me, but I was like way too young to like remember that. So he left. He didn't care about us. He never paid child support. He never once tried to look me up. He never tried to visit. And it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm not worth anything. But the thing is that he doesn't know me. So how can I expect him to be the judge of whether I'm worthy and deserving of love or not? First of all, we don't have to do anything to be loved. We just need to exist. And I'm crying because it's so many people, so many women that I coach and I talk to, and they don't know their worth. And they're staying with people that are abusing them, that are hurting them. that are proving to them what they think they deserve. And it's so sad because these women are so talented and beautiful and so kind and so nice. And why are they with men that are beating them? Why are they with men that are screaming at them? Men that are cheating on them? It's so sad for me to see it. And it's also really hard for me to see people that are overweight, that are fighting a food addiction. They're fighting it. And some women I'm helping, but I can't help everyone. I can't help everyone. I can only help the people that I can help, you know? And I have a lot of people that email me very long emails. And, you know, I used to work with a lot of people for free, but I can't do that anymore. Because, you know, I have to pay my bills. I have no one. I have no family anymore. I have no one to help me. So I have to make sure that I pay my rent and I pay my bills. I don't have anyone to borrow money from or lend me money or whatever. And that's been since 14 years old. I've been working since 14 and relying on no one. I never had anyone. I had to take care of my fucking mom. And it is what it is. But the point is, I feel so terrible because now I really can't help these women. And sometimes I send them my book for free or my course for free. But like, I can't coach women for free anymore. And it makes me so sad that people are suffering and and I do what I can. I can recommend books. I can recommend podcasts. I can recommend my course, recommend this, recommend that. It's like, they don't need that. They know what to do. What these women need is to surround themselves with a group of other women to help them see their fucking worth. If we could only see what we deserve, if we could only see that we are the prize, that we are worth more than gold, if we could only see what we bring to the fucking planet, let alone the table, I don't think that we would be settling for a body we hate, a job we hate, a husband we hate, a life we hate. See, women are the reason that there's humanity. Humanity doesn't work without women. Women have the babies. Women feed the babies. If a woman gives birth to a baby and then the woman dies for some reason, a man cannot feed a baby. Women are the most valuable thing on earth. And we feel like we are the lowest scum of the earth. And why is that? Everything else is more valuable than us, than our own self. It doesn't make sense. It's a lie. It's a lie that is perpetrated by society, by fatherless homes, by parents who were not ready to have kids, who should have never had kids. It's a lie constructed by people looking to take advantage of us. Companies, men, other women. It's just everywhere. Everywhere you look. It's like you aren't good enough. That's the message I see everywhere. So, I mean, that's what I see in the mainstream anyway. So I hope that oh my God, it's taking me 14 minutes to tell you. Basically, take a glass of water, my boo, or a smoothie or tea or whatever. Just no coffee, please, and nothing bad for you, okay? It's a smoothie, water, or juice or tea, okay? Caffeine free. Take that, and I want you to take 5 minutes, and I want you to send love into that glass or that cup. I want you to focus on that cup and think about, and the way I did it, because I was having trouble like putting love into water, I didn't really understand how to do that. So what I did was I thought about my sister and how much I loved her, like to death. I loved her. I would die for her. I would kill for her. I would go to jail with a smile on my face for her. I would have done anything for her. And I think about her, and I I just see her face and I see her smile. And I just put it into the water. And I say, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I set a timer and I do that for 5 minutes. And then I drink the water. Because water becomes whatever it goes into. If you pour a cup of water into the ocean, it becomes the water. It becomes the ocean, right? It becomes the vessel to which it joins. It becomes it. And so I am putting love into this glass of water, and then I'm putting the water into my body. And this is really, really, really healing, because energy is real and love is real. And love is the most powerful thing on earth. And I think this is really helping me. It's really helping me. And I know it is, because I recently just, for some reason, I'm just not binging on anything anymore. Like even as a raw vegan, guys, I would sometimes eat dates just like uncontrollably, or dried figs or nuts uncontrollably. And now I'm not doing it. And I know that it's not just this water thing, but I've been doing this water thing. I've also been doing a lot of EFT tapping. I've been really sad lately. It's been very difficult. I told you guys why. But my mom's death really affected me, because my mom died, but also, my grandma died 2 days before. But what really happened was it reactivated the pain of my sister dying. Going to the apartment in Brooklyn by myself and having to empty it, and having to empty my sister's dresser and my sister's room and throw out everything, and having to be in that apartment by myself. It was really hard, and it really brought back all the pain of my sister's death that happened a few years ago. And anyway, life is so hard, and I'm really sorry, because I know you've also lost people, and I know you've been through a lot. And I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that really bad things happen to good people. And I'm really sorry that you've lost people that you loved. And most of all, I'm sorry that you've been mean to yourself, that you've been hating your body, that you've been punishing yourself for no reason. You didn't do anything wrong. You don't deserve to feel sick and eat until you throw up. You don't deserve that. You deserve to be loved and taken care of and made to feel safe and protected. You don't deserve anything but really, really loving kindness. Sorry, guys. I need my thesaurus. I couldn't think of the words. You deserve treatment like a queen. You're royalty. You don't see it. Well, maybe you see it. Maybe you can see it now. But if you don't see it, listen, try out this water thing, okay? It's really powerful. Think of someone you love deeply, 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 or someone you admire, or somebody that just really, really is so kind or helped you out, or anything that you can do to think of love, and you can activate it, and just spend 5 minutes with the water and then drink the whole thing. And it's very powerful. I know it sounds very simple, but simple is usually the truth. And simple usually works. We just got to do it consistently. Try doing that every day. Set an alarm, write a Post-it note, make it happen. It's really helping me, and I think it'll help you. Thank you very much for listening. I've been doing a lot of podcasts and then deleting them. I haven't even been posting them. And I'm not proud of that. I would like to just be free and post. Like right now, I don't feel this podcast was very valuable, but I'm still going to post it, because who cares? Who cares? I'm judging myself so much for no reason. And I could die tomorrow. I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Why would I delete this? It's just because I have a voice inside of me that says, this is not good enough. You are not good enough. You're not providing value. And who is this voice? Where is this voice coming from? Well, if you read The Untethered Soul, the voice is just a habitual thought pattern that you've thought over and over and over again that became a belief. That's it. It's simple. Start thinking different thoughts. And whether you believe them or not, just start saying them. I love you. You are good enough. You are good enough. Say that 100 fucking times a day. You are good enough. Because 80,000 times you say you're not good enough. So maybe 100 you are good enoughs are going to help you out a little bit, my boo. You want to heal? If you want to stick to a healthy vegan diet, if you want to stick to a exercise routine, or you want to start meditating, or you want to do everything, because I know we all want to do everything, right? Listen, start with saying, I love you. You are good enough. Do the water thing. You won't believe the results you'll get when you start to love yourself more. You've got to love yourself. It doesn't work any other way, because even if you do exercise and you do lose weight and you go on a water fast, or you do that juice cleanse, or you fucking do that OMAD, or you do that intermittent fasting, or you do that raw vegan diet, you lose all the weight, you get really fit, well, guess what's going to fucking happen? If you don't love yourself and you don't feel worthy and deserving of that body, of love, of being taken care of having this amazing life with this amazing body, you're going to fucking go back to day one. You're going to find a way to gain all the weight back. It's just like money. So if you believe that life is very, very hard and it's very difficult to make money and you'll always be poor, and that's just how it is, you can make a lot of money. And because you don't believe it's possible for you, you'll go back. Somehow all the money will leave you and you'll go back to your base temperature. So, I don't know where I read this from, but we all have a temperature as far as our bodies go, of course, but also our thoughts are set at a certain calibration. And if we don't work on ourselves and start to love ourselves and see our fucking worth, see our value, no matter what, no matter who's told you that you're not good enough, or you're not smart, or you're not pretty enough, or you're too much, or you're too demanding, or you're too this, or too sensitive, or too that, you're taking things personal, you're overreacting, no matter who has made you feel wrong or small, you still deserve respect and love. And yes, your feelings are valid. Well, if you don't start recognizing that, setting your boundaries, talking nice to yourself, you're just going to go back to your baseline when you get that body. And we've all, not all of us, but most of us have done this before. We've worked out, we've dieted, we've done everything, we've gotten the body we wanted, and then it was there for like a day. And then gained all the weight back. We went raw for 6 months, and then it was like we never went raw. Why? You didn't raise your standards and you didn't realize your worth. Now, this is a lot of women's problems. I think this is why, I'm not going to say it, but I think this is why there's a lot more men that are raw vegan or healthy vegans than women. I know it seems like it's the opposite, but no, I really believe that there's a lot more men that are fit and stay fit and go after the career they want and get healthy and stick to their routines, because I feel strongly that even though men don't know their worth either, they aren't as bad as women. Women are just really confused at what we deserve and what we are worth. And I'm still working on it. Why? I'm still figuring it out in my life and in my friends' lives and my clients. I'm still trying to figure out how we possibly accepted what we have accepted in our life. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's all I got. I love you. I thank you for listening. And if you'd like more from me, I'll leave the link below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, boo.